Dabrowski.
Here.
Mrs. Arnista. Here. Ms. Sears. Mr. Bennington. Here. Mr. Butwell.
Here.
Mrs. Cochiolo. Mrs. Jamaro.
She's late.
Mrs.
Parent-teacher
DeTuno.
conference.
Here. Mr. Kuckel. Mr. Shaw.
I don't believe.
Then is anyone?
No.
Me.
Thank you. All right, we'll go move on. Dr. Macri? No. Okay. We do have is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
By Kat. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The agenda is approved. And we'll go Mr. Kuckel.
Join me as well. So it is with great generation we honor ourselves with the exceptional transition.
Continuous support to our students and families throughout the school year, attending concerts and athletic events. This level of dedication leaves a lasting and profound impact on our school community. So congratulations, Mary, on your outstanding contributions and the positive influence you've had on our students and our families. So Mary Tobias, come on up. And I've known Mary for many years, having taught Louie, one of her children here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I love doing the Career Expo. We bring in, I think this career, we brought in somewhere around 55 different businesses from the town and the area. And kids just really had a great time. It taught them how to introduce themselves to people and start their networking. And so I'm just so happy that they can participate in that. And I thank you for recognizing me.
Thank you, Ms. Tobias, for doing that for our students. It's so important for them to see what they're getting into before they jump into college and whatever they're doing after school. So,
Miss Tobias is pretty awesome. She was one of the first people I met. And of course, every time I see her, she has kids wrapped around her, either in a room or in the hallway, wherever she is. And it is all about the kids. And these are extra things that she does. So I just want to thank you for everything you do for our students, because the list is probably so long, I probably don't even know it. But I know they love you, and thank you for loving them.
Tonight we'd also like to recognize our robotics club with their fearless advisor, Mr. Borgia. So at this time, if John Marco Garcia Ferrara, Jared Fisk, Jack Brex, Matthew Fressa, and I know Xavier is not here tonight, but he is an important part of this club as well. Stand with us. This year, students from the robotics club showcased their skills in 3 aerial drone competitions with remarkable success. The first competition, hosted at Woodstock Academy, saw Cromwell claiming the prestigious first place in excellence. This esteemed award underscores the team's exceptional communication skills, assessed through team interviews and the meticulousness of their piloting journal. Subsequently, at the competition in Winstead, held at Pearson School, our students secured a respectable third place. Notably, on March 16th, Cromwell High School took the initiative to host the Southern New England Drone Competition, attracting 27 teams from Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. The Cromwell High School Bionic Panthers clinched the top spot in the Teamwork Mission category, where students collaborated with peers from other schools to accumulate the highest score within the 90-second flight window. Looking ahead, our focus for this club is on fundraising efforts to expand their competition participation, enhance their experience, procure necessary replacement parts, and acquire team gear. Currently, the club is ranked 170th out of 550 teams nationwide. Our goal is to elevate the team's standing and secure a skills award next year, recognizing their adept piloting skills and proficiency in the autonomous flying category. A special congratulations to Adriana Borjo, for whom we received positive feedback from the aerial drone coordinator, Gregory Kane. Mr. Kane read, "This event highlighted your program, your school, and the Cromwell School District in a positive light that everyone attending will remember. You and I have worked together since your undergraduate days at CCSU, and more recently as a cooperating teacher for student teachers I supervised from CCSU. I can say with authority that you are the best young technology education teacher in Connecticut. As we move forward and grow the aerial drone program, I will call on you to assist as a leader in the field." Congratulations to Mr. Borja, John Marco Garcia Ferrara, Jared Fisk, Jack Brex, Matthew Fresha, and Xavier Rasmussen. The boys wanted to fly a drone tonight, but we thought,
Oh man, we can take a break. It's not easy to fly a drone. I've lost some, so kudos to all of you, and to Mr. Borja, thank you for heading this up. This is amazing.
I just want to say thank you very much to, it's all about the kids. They're the ones that have to come every week. They're the ones that have to practice using the drone. They're the ones that have to do the coding and figure out all the stress and the frustration. So, kudos to them to deal with these teams and in a program that is growing. I think this is only year 3 right now. So it's a growing program. Cromwell is one of the few schools in Connecticut. I think right now we're ranked in Connecticut number 3, but I think there's only about 6 teams. So we are very young. Connecticut's growing, but this is definitely something that is getting bigger, and Cromwell is hopefully going to be one of those teams to be growing with it. So thank you to the guys and their hard work.
So a quick congratulations to John Marco, and Jared, and Jack, Matthew, and Xavier. And I have this opportunity, which doesn't happen all that often, because Mr. Borja does not like to be acknowledged by anyone ever. Even when he got Teacher of the Year, he wouldn't let me talk about him. So now that he's here, I'm going to talk about him. He's kind of a really, really, really a big deal. His connection with kids and what he puts into his job, and how seriously he takes it, and how much he is passionate about doing things with nothing in return, is unbelievable. Mr. Borja, you truly are an incredible teacher and person, and I know you hate this, but you need to hear it from all of us, because without you, this would have never happened. You lead these kids in the right direction. You do it with such passion and heart. You are such the true definition of teacher, and I cannot thank you, and I am honored that you work in this district and I get to work with you. Anytime I walk into your room, it lights up my life, which hasn't been a lot lately because of recent activities, but you are just truly incredible. And so now that I got you up here, I'm going to embarrass you and let everyone know how amazing he is, which I think you all already know. So congratulations for being just one of the most amazing human beings that I have met. And thank you for teaching with Cromwell. Told you I'd get you one day or another.
Who do we have up here?
John Marco. So, first off, I'd like to say once again thank you to Mr. Borja for helping out our club to win regionals and all that stuff. Second off, I'm not sure if the interior or the wood dust from wood shop, but congratulations to you for all that stuff that you've done for us. So second off, I know.
Can you repeat that? Congratulations, and for what?
I'm not sure if he's getting teary-eyed over here, if it's the dust from wood shop, but I just think he's definitely done a great job as being a teacher at the school. He definitely deserved that teacher of the year he got, even when I wasn't here. But also, I know a lot of people when we won the competition, we first found out that we won for regionals. I know a lot of people were congratulating me, but I feel like it wasn't just all about me. I think that was definitely a team effort that it took, not even just the people that were flying or programming or helping me when I went through a certain part of the course. I think it had to do with everyone for just being there and showing up. That's why I think our team wants a lot of funding because unfortunately we weren't able to make it to nationals this year. Hopefully we can win again next year, and I'm hoping we can get the board to pass something so that we can get the funding that we need, get the permission slips we need so that we can go next year and try to win it all. Sorry.
Nice job.
Don't worry,
Where
John
are
Marco,
our
we'll get you there.
You just win.
Is that volume too high?
Now a good time to solicit funds? Or
Yes.
Where are nationals?
It is
Do we know?
Virginia. But yeah, so they are gonna. And this is a student-funded group, activity-wise, so they'll be working on some fundraising and whatnot to build the program. So it'll be exciting.
Apologize for my mic, everyone. It's really loud. All right, so thank you all. We'll move on to, let's see, public comments. Is anyone here for public comments before I read the rules for public comments? Okay, going once, going twice. Public comments are closed. We'll move on to reports of liaisons from the Town Council, Board of Finance, Middle School Building Committee, and Fields Committee. So from the Town Council, actually I'm going to save that for last. I don't have anyone here from Board of Finance and Middle School Building Committee. I didn't have a report. There wasn't one, but maybe because we have 2 meetings this month, so I'm sure they'll update us next month, or at our next meeting, I should say. Fields Committee, we've talked a lot about that, so I think we can hold on that for now. I did get a call from Mayor Dimitriadis. They had a special meeting this afternoon, but luckily we have Claudia Bazzano here who was at that meeting. So if you'd like to come on up and give us the good news that I heard about an hour ago, that would be great since you were there.
Good evening. Thank you.
Is that on? Just make sure the light's on.
From what appears to be the first time in I don't know how many years, everything we asked for was approved. All 11 projects went through Town Council and were approved for funding, and now going to the Board of Finance. $269,000 was approved. Thank you.
11 projects, right?
11 projects,
Yep.
correct.
So we'll see what happens from there, but it's good news. This is, major. We've never had anything like this happen before. So hopefully we can get some projects taken care of at long last.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you.
And just one more thing I should mention actually is that our Board of Finance meeting where they review our budget is April 4th. So appreciate it if any of you are able to attend. It'd be nice to show support there. All right, we'll move on to town collaboration updates. That's a prime example of it, I would say, but do you have anything else in that category? No. Okay, we'll move on to student representatives. We'll start with the middle school this time, if that's okay. Madison, would you like to start? Or Jack?
Alright, Friday, March 28th will mark the ending of our third marking term. This week, last week, the drama club put on a really nice performance of The Little Mermaid. The audience was thrilled with the show and impressed for all the hard work of the students. Under the leadership of Ms. Pavlik, Team 7-2 Social Studies classes collected 360 food items to donate to Hinkus Covered in Middletown. Student Council raised $123 from Lucky Hams and Green Necklaces to support students who need assistance for field trips and as possible camp scholarships.
The band is learning the music of Beethoven for their spring concert and beginning to prepare for the Memorial Day parade under the direction of Miss Sales. The members of Select Choir are preparing for their spring concert. Yearbooks are for sale, and the CMS
All right, move on. Fundraiser. 50% project grant. The Student Council is hosting a bake sale during parent-teacher conferences today. We had a career fair on Tuesday, 19th. It was a great opportunity to ask around and make contacts for future careers. A composting bin to collect food waste from the cafeteria. Now, Teacher Appreciation Lunch that is being catered by Zerios on Wednesday, March 27th.
The winter sports season has ended and the spring sports are starting up. Lots of preparation for a successful season. Baseball against Windsor and play another scrimmage tonight against Southington. Their true opening season game is April 1st against Haddam Killingworth. First scrimmage against Middletown tonight. Boys lacrosse plays their first scrimmage Thursday, March 28th against Berlin. Girls Weathersfield. Girls tennis first match of the season is home on April 1st. Boys tennis will play their first match April 5th in Westbrook. Boys golf has a match April 9th against Old States.
Thank you very much. Any questions? All right. Thank you all. And thank you for being here. And I want to thank you all. So I just want to extend our congratulations our meetings. Appreciate the time you take out of your night to do that. So, but you're free to leave whenever you. All right.
Don't leave. You make me happy.
I know. All right, move on. Responses to Board of Ed comments and action items from our prior meeting.
Sure. So first, and honestly, hard, and I could not imagine doing it without all of you by my side all the time. You are amazing. Look at each and every single one of you to know that you're really here for the kids and for the right reason, and that you really care. So just a little something. I'm going to admit that I didn't remember what Selena gave you, so you might have a double.
It might be a different color though.
But it's definitely red for Cromwell Panthers. But you truly are amazing. The work you do, the amount of time you give is incredible. And it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And every time we talk about our boards with, as far as superintendents, I always say I'm pretty lucky. I have a pretty awesome board. So thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the time you put into this. And thanks for caring about our kids. So just a little something special.
Thank you very much.
Okay, moving on to the next topic. We have made some good progress since our last meeting, which is only a couple weeks ago, as far as meeting with our students with the Unity Club at the high school. I met with the Unity Club, Senator Lesser and Mayor Dimitriadis joined me, and Joelle Murchison. We're going to talk more about tonight, who's been our DEI support right now, and Mr. Kuckel was also in the meeting, and really it was an opportunity to listen to the students again. We have been attending Unity Club meetings, but this was really, it had a really packed agenda of what they wanted to talk to us about, and I felt that it was a very accomplished meeting. Mrs. Murchison gave the Unity Club some really good points of what they needed to do next. And then, it's really difficult because there are a lot of things that we have been doing. Unfortunately, we don't have, it's very hard for us to showcase our work because we don't have a communications person, and we don't put it on our website. So
Dr. McLean, working with a couple of other people who wear many hats, started our DEI page so that people actually can go on and see what we are doing as a district. And she's just going to quickly review some of the stuff with you because that page is under construction. So, Dr. McLean.
So it's really under construction. So we've got it exists and we're building it, but we wanted to get it up as quickly as possible. Right now, you'll find our Safe School climate plans all in one place. We did have them posted on our website. They were just not as accessible as we would have liked. So you can get all of those, and we are going to be showcasing because we really are doing a lot of really great work in the schools. In all of the schools, we're doing great work. We have equity. We have school-based equity committees in each building. And so we're going to have a place where we can showcase all of that. And we've even had, some collaborations between schools with kids going to different schools to read to other kids. And it's been, we really have been working on this. And I think we just don't do the best job of displaying what it is that we're working on. And so that's one way that we are working on it. So coming soon, I would say in the next couple weeks, you'll see a lot of the things that we've been working on.
Mr. McLean. There are things that have been in place since 2019 that we have just built upon, and we want to share that with everyone and let them know. That doesn't mean that we do not have a problem when it comes to racism. We do. We all do. As a community, as a state, as a nation, I truly don't feel that we are any different from any other school. And so we accept responsibility for the unfortunate situations that happen, and Mr. Kuckel and Ms. Bingington have been working their tails off and making sure that we are hearing what we are being told, and we're looking into it, and the same at all of our schools. So I just wanted to let you know and give you a little bit of an update on that. So today a letter went out as well. So my message to whoever's listening is please monitor your students. We can't control what our students do, but we can respond, and we do. Social media and video games, what students are doing, has become so out of control. And sadly, as our administration has conferred with quite a few parents are shocked too, because they don't really know how much is out there and how fast things are changing and growing. Every time you turn around, there's something else. So please monitor students, because they're looking at simulations on video games, and then they believe that they can actually talk about this stuff and what they're going to do in school in a joking manner, but it truly is not a joke. Violence is not a joke. We have to take everything very seriously, and we do. We have had Cromwell Police Department working with us in collaboration over the last couple of days, and students truly need to understand that we are going to take action when there is a threat or an allegation of a threat or any of the sort. So that's just me giving you what I could tell you. The other piece is that I am so tied, my hands are tied to what I can tell everybody through federal and state law. So I can't give people information that has anything to do with discipline of other students or what they're doing. I can only say what I can say. However, the police department did put something out this evening, a press release. They can say much more than I can. I did just pick up the phone today as it was ringing and answered parents' questions. I said, what the heck, they're for me anyway, so I might as well just pick them up to the best of my ability. But when people say it's vague or it's robotic, I can only say so much. And those of you who know me know I'm not robotic whatsoever. I'm actually a pretty feeling person. But I have to protect the confidentiality and the integrity of the process if we were to move forward with any other disciplinary actions. So I just wanted to say that if anybody is watching and hearing. And that is pretty much it for me. I think I've giving you, I filled you in on a little bit of what we've been doing since the recent events, and obviously we'll talk more about what we're going to do as we move forward in executive session. And if there's any questions for me, I thank you all for your support. It's been a really difficult week for everyone. It's been a very difficult year. It's been a difficult month for everyone, for our students, for our families, and for the administration at all the schools. It's been difficult.
Any questions from our board members? No. All right, well, I was able to look a little bit at the DEI website. There's a lot more on there than you gave yourself credit for already, so good job with that. I also want to go back to board member appreciation just because I did receive a message. I think this is from Spanish National Honor Society students. I did get a message from their teachers to say that there are notes for us in here, and I think that's what this is. So I didn't want to forget to mention that. It's so nice. All right, and then from there we'll move on to new business, and we have approval of our minutes and motions from our March 12th regular meeting, reference A. Is there a motion to approve those minutes? Motion. By Lori, is there a second? By Steve, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Matt, you're here for half the meeting?
Yeah, I don't want to testify to the second half.
Okay. All right, motion carries. Minutes are approved. Then we have out-of-state field trip. Sorry. Go ahead.
Does that include executive session?
Yes.
So should I?
What we approved after.
I mean, I can. You were on the phone. I know, but
Yeah,
it
but
cut
then
me
you
off for
disconnected.
executive, So do I have?
Okay, so you want to abstain as well?
For just for executive session.
Okay.
Do you want to do the motion?
Sure.
thing? 'Cause she,
Sorry,
she made the motion.
Oh, right. So who would like to make the motion? Kelly. Kelly Franklin. Seconded, who was it? It was Steve. Sorry. Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Matt and Lori.
Just
Okay.
for executive session.
For executive session. Motion carries. Minutes are approved. And we'll move on to the out-of-state field trip approval, class of 2025 senior trip, reference B in your packets. Any questions on that? Sure, Alicia.
Just a comment. This is a trip that my daughter got to benefit from this past year. It was awesome. And a big thank you to the teachers and the administrators that make these trips happen, because they are so important for our kids and they take a ton of work. My husband plans his high school trip and facilitates it to Washington, and I know how much effort goes into it, and it's above and beyond what you do every day in the classroom. So just a big thank you for those that plan and chaperone and make these things happen.
Definitely agree. It was a great experience.
Sorry, and motion to approve. Then.
Okay. Did you have a question first?
I did.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to make sure there's a cost associated with it for the students and their families. Is there money available for any families who may be experiencing a hardship?
Yes, and I could have Mr. Kuckel talk a little bit about it.
So yeah, we do have limited funds in our student activity accounts where we can help families out, and we also do payment plans as well. So if it's too much, we're able to kind of space it out. So we've done both. We've been able to help in both situations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And there is, I think, quite a few students who choose not to go as well. It's not 100%
Yes.
by
Say,
any stretch of the imagination. So
on
you're
average,
not like the only student,
yeah,
left
about
behind.
67% of our senior students go
Yep.
on that trip.
Okay, it's a good number. Any other questions for Mr. Kuckel?
We have in the past, when we've reached out to Cromwell Coalition for Children, they have also helped us too.
Yeah.
The problem is getting people to reach out when they need it. So
Yeah.
if they reach out,
That's
they
the
might-
hard
Yeah.
part, yeah.
Our school counselors do a phenomenal job identifying with our social worker as well, and we're able to, subtly talk with students and families, so that way if they are afraid to speak up, we're able to get them.
And is this the first time we've done this since we paused it with the pandemic, or did we go the year before?
Went the year before. This will.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this will be year
I
3
forget. Okay.
post-pandemic.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Mr. Kuckel, don't we also do fundraisers to supplement the cost of the trip so the class has
Yes,
some control?
they do. Yep. And the price of the trip, you'll notice in there, it has a window of 900 something to about 1,100. That's dependent on two things. One, the number of students that go. The more students, the price will go down a little bit, and the Broadway show. So assuming you approve, next week we will meet with the juniors and essentially lay out the different show options. They'll pick one, and we'll get a price quote related to that. So depending on which show, if they have expensive taste, then it'll be a little higher. We'll kind of get that sense from them.
All right. So is that still a motion from you, Alicia?
Yes, please.
Okay, second. Matt, all in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries, and the out-of-state field trip is approved for the senior class trip of 2025. All right, we'll go around topics for future agendas. Anything from anyone?
Can I just quickly?
Sure.
We are ready. We are working with ESS. Would you like to have that update in April? Do you feel like you need one at this point, or do you want to wait a little bit? We have been meeting with them a lot. There's been wonderful progress. I just want to make sure you want a full. They're ready to do it. Would you like that?
How does the board feel?
Because
Anyone
we
feel
have
strongly
one in June.
You'd like an update?
Like it? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds like
we're
that's
preparing it.
We'll keep that on for April then. All right. And then we're all set with your self-evaluation for May. We talked about that. We don't have it on here yet, but we can add that, right?
Yep.
And then the board evaluation for June. I think it's the 3rd. All right, anything else? We'll go around then, comments, updates, and announcements from board members. So we'll start on this side this time. Steve, go ahead. Anything? Alicia? Kelly? Catherine?
I just have a quick one. Well, first of all, I loved the robotics, Mrs. Bennington. Thank you for your update, because there were some parts of it I didn't know, and I'm super impressed, and that is a very young squad of kids. Also, there was in the Cromwell Life a really, really nice article about Victor Payne and his family, if anyone has a chance to read it. Absolutely adorable when he went to go to Woodside to read to his little sister Sydney, who is so cute, but and the legacy that his family has left in the school, and it's he's been an exciting kid to watch develop through the years for basketball, and he's provided a lot to a lot of different students and really become sort of a mentor to other kids playing basketball. So, and his brother's still playing here. So it was a beautiful article. If anyone gets a chance to read it, please do. Really super nice. That's all.
It was. I agree. Thank you for mentioning that. He's built quite the following. So, and I just wanted to also thank our board members, because without all of you, I could never do this role. So I appreciate each and every one of you this month. So, and that's all. And the Board of Finance meeting, don't forget about that, April 4th.
I need you all there.
Yes. 7? Is it? Oh, it's 6.
Hold on, but you all need to be there, so make sure.
I'll send an email. Yes. Lori, anything? Kelly?
Just a huge congratulations to Cromwell Middle School Drama Club. The Little Mermaid Junior was awesome, and they did a fantastic job.
Thank you. And it's 6 o'clock. Board of Finance. Alan?
The P&Z is for the fields. Sign out front that.
Oh, you found out?
We've
Okay.
been having side conversations about what it's for.
I'm embarrassed
Okay.
that I didn't know.
Thank you. Matt?
First off, I want to know if the robotics team can go to Miss Kelleher's home and train her in drones, because she said she's lost multiple drones. I'm going to
They have a mind of their own.
revisit that later. And the other question was for Mr. Kuckel and Miss Bingington. I'm going to guess Miss Bingington drew the short straw on presenting to the robotics team, because there was at least 15 multisyllabic words in that presentation, many of which were over 12 syllables, and I was absolutely amazed at how cleanly you went through that. So, but I'm guessing that you wrote it and made her read it. Either way, I appreciate the presentations and the thorough look into how things are going. Thank you.
Anything from our student reps that you'd like to mention other than your report? All right. Okay, well then we'll move into our executive session. Is there a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussion and possible action regarding non-affiliated staff contract?
Motion.
Alicia, second by Alan. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. We'll go into executive session at 7:35.